to do another Leetcode design problem, 353, design snake game. So I'm not going to explain the description again, but I just go to the UI to explain what it seems like. So here, this means we have a snake at the top left. Yeah, we have a snake at the top left corner, and we're gonna eat the food, and then we can use up, down, left, and right to control the snake. Yeah, now let me go to the snake game. So for this kind of UI is what I write in the front end. Yeah, just use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So I drawn it into a canvas, and I've already uploaded the code to my GitHub, and you can also check it there. Now let me, yeah. So inside my, it's not here. Now let me check where is mine. Yeah. Yeah, so inside my GitHub link, so you can check this last code. Yeah, you can also check the link inside my YouTube channel, and inside there is a community. I also, yeah, make a comment of the link. So inside this is the snake game, and inside this snake game, I designed the basic front-end functions for each one of them. Yeah, and you can check that later. But for us, we just focus on the problem. Yeah. Now, for this game, initially, we have a score of 0, and the snake is at the top left corner. But for me, I defined my snake in the center. Yeah, now let me just run it to check. You can see that for the snake, if the head moves one step, the tail also moves one step. And I can also control it to hit the food. Yeah, once I hit a food, the head moves one step, but the tail didn't move. Yeah, this is just for the user experience for designing of the snake game, so the rules is fixed. Yeah, so if I hit a wall or I hit by myself, I mean the snake hit by itself, I just gonna add my game, for example. Yeah, to see, you see, this is my snake, so this is my head. I goes from here, and then I go up, and I hit by myself, and then I end the game. When I end my game, I will return -1. It's not the score anymore. I will return -1. So this is the game. If like this kind of situation, basically we can think about a data structure we can use. We can use a list, linked list, or a list, or we can use a queue. So for this kind of a problem, it means the head moves one step, the tail also moves one step. So we're gonna use a queue to solve this problem, because if we add a head, the tail should remove by one block. If one add one block to the head, the tail should remove by one block. Now let me go to the code editor, try to finish the coding. Yeah, actually we're gonna define some variables from the init. We're gonna define some weights. So this is the weight of my snake game. So it should be equal to the weight, and self.height should be equal to this height variable it is given. And here I'm going to define a self.food. So for this food, I'm going to use the queue. Why I use the queue? You can also use a list, but it is okay. If you use a list, you need to take out this. For example, this is a food. You need to use a stack, or you need to use a list. You need to pop at index 0, but it takes more time, I believe. Yeah, even though we have only 50 of the food, the length of the food is 50. But if you pop from the 0, actually it is not all one time. Yeah, you should know about it. So I would like to use a dequeue. If I use a dequeue, I just need to pop left. It is only all one time. If I use a stack, or I use a array, and then I need to pop 0. If I pop 0, all those things. Yeah, I'm not sure if it is all one time, but for me, I will use the queue. Yeah, I think it is also all one time, because in Python, even it is an array, but in the API, we use the linked list. So if it is a pop 0, I see Yeah, I think it is still a one time because we used the linked list design for this data structure for the array. Yeah, now but for me, I will use the queue and pop left of the food. I also gonna define some score. So the score will be initialized from 0. And here I'm going to define directions, just for writing so many lines of code to check this direction. So I'm going to prepare the directions as a dictionary. So inside of the dictionary, I'm going to use up, down, left, and right. Because this direction is up, down, and left, right, I'm going to use it, yeah, directly in my directions. Otherwise, I should check 4 lines of code to check if the direction is up, down, left, or right. So for here, I'm going to define this dictionary. So this is the left, and another one is the right. Yeah. So what is the up? So the up is 1 and 0. The up should -1 and 0. So this 1 means the row index and 0 means the column index. So if it is up, it means the row should -1. So here I define as -1 and 0. And also for the down, it should be 1 and 0. Similarly, I can prepare this L. The L should be 0 and -1, and R should be 0 and +1. Yeah, so this is the directions. Yeah, let me check if we need to define more variables. Yeah, of course we need also to decide our snake. Yeah, self.snake. Initially we have a head, so for the snake I will use dequeue. This is definitely for sure we will use this dequeue. So inside the dequeue, I'm going to define 2 variables. It is start from the top left corner, so it will be 0 and 0 because the description said it will start from the top left corner. Here I will use array. You can also use tuple. It's the same thing. Yeah, because you will not change the values inside. Yeah, but here I use array. I use array. It's the same for me at least. Now I'm going to write the move function. For the move function, there are 2 conditions. Yeah, so for one condition, it is let me find the game. Yeah, so for one condition is that we can hit the food. If this snake hit a food, it means the head will +1, but the tail will keep the same. So let's write the function first. So let's write this function. If we can hit the hit food. Yeah. Another condition is not hitting the food. Yeah. So there are 2 conditions. But before the conditions, let's check the boundaries. So if the snake goes to the boundaries, I mean goes to the up, down, left, and right, hit the walls. If the snake hits the walls, we're going to return a -1 immediately. So let's check this condition first. Yeah, but before checking this condition, let's prepare some values for the, I'm going to define a head. Let's define the head row and head column. Yeah, so the head row and head column should be this snake. So yeah, it will be here. So it will be self.snake .0 because I'm going to use index 0 as the head of my snake and -1 as the tail of my snake. Yeah, you can also use the opposite way, but it's the same. Yeah, for the algorithm. So here I use the index 0 as the head of my snake. So here it means I will take this out, and then I'm going to take the directions. So here I have a direction. It can be U or D, L or R. So I'm going to take the directions. So here I will use a dr and dc as my moves for the directions. So the dr dc should be self.directions, and inside it should be a direction. So this means it can be any one of them. -1, 0, it means it is up. So the updated head and updated head column should equal to head row plus this dr and head column plus this dc. So this means my head will go to the next position if there's no food. So this means my head will go to some places. Yeah, I didn't hit the food yet, but for me, if I have a move, if I have a direction, it means the head will go into the next direction. Yeah, if it goes to the next direction, the head row and head column should be updated. Now I'm going to check this head row and head column to check if it hit the walls or not. If it hit the walls, this black, it means the walls at the four sides. Yeah. So if it hit the walls, I'm gonna return a -1 immediately. So if head column less than 0 or head, it's head row more than or and equal to, yeah, let's check the row. It is actually it is yeah, let me check the row. So here is yeah, so this 3 means the width and 2 means the height. Yeah, but for me, so this row I need to check the height. It is if it is more than, because I have 2 rows and the height is 2. Yeah, self dot, yeah, so this is something we need to understand the definition of this snake. Yeah, if self head row more than self dot height or self or head column less than 0 or head column more than or and equal to self dot, here we will use width because this is width, this is a column. Yeah, we're gonna return a -1. It means we hit the walls. Otherwise, I'm going to check if I can hit the food. So if self.food exists and head row, head column equal to self.food. Here we're gonna use 0, the first index. Yeah, if we used up this first index, we're gonna use the second index. So this is from the description of the problem. So we're gonna use this 1 and 2 first, this first index. Yeah, so if they are equal, this means we hit the food. If we hit a food, what are we gonna do? So our snake would be add this food position and the position of the food to our, yeah, if this is food, we're gonna add the position of the food to our snake as our new head. So what are we gonna do? So the self dot snake dot append left. Yeah, because we're gonna add it at index 0. Yeah, and inside it should be this head R and head column, head row and head column. This means we're gonna put it inside our code, inside our snake. At the same time, we're gonna update the score by 1. And also for the food, we're gonna take out 1. So here I defined the food. I defined the food as dq. It means a double added q. It means I gonna pop from the left. I pop at the head for the food. Yeah, self.food.pop left. So this means I finished the hitting of the food. So another condition is not hit the food. If I didn't hit the food, yeah, So it means it is an else condition. Yeah, if I didn't hit the food, what I gonna do? I'm going to check the collision of the snake. Yeah, because here, yeah, let me repeat this collision. Yeah, I think I can quickly repeat this collision. If the snake goes and goes, the snake can hit by itself. Yeah, let's try to see if there is a collision. Yeah, I think it's enough for me to simulate this collision. Yeah, so this means the snake hit by itself. Yeah, if the snake can hit by itself, so for this game it's not so good, but normally if this snake goes from here and goes to another step and hit by itself, it means there is a collision. We have to check this collision. Yeah, so how should we check this collision? We just need to, but before we check the collision, the tail should be removed. Yeah, so the self.snake. Yeah, if we didn't remove the tail, I mean if the snake goes one step, the tail must be removed for this step. Yeah, because if it goes one step, the tail should be also goes one step. It cannot stay there. So this means the tail have to be removed. So self.snake dot pop from the right. Yeah, I just needed to pop this tail first. Now I'm going to check if this head and tail is inside my body or not. Yeah, because I've already popped the tail. Now I can check if it is in self.snake. It means if my head already hit the body of my snake. Yeah, because this is the new head. So if I hit by myself, what I gonna do? I gonna return a -1 because this is the question. If I hit by myself or hit walls, I will return -1. Else, what I gonna do? I gonna just append from the left side to the new head. Append the new head to the left side. So the self.snake dot append left, and inside it should be the new head. This is head R and head C. This new head is updated by plus dr and dc. Yeah, so this is basically the entire code. Now let me run it to check if there are any mistakes. None is not a valid variable for expected return type integer. Yeah, because I need to return a score. This is what they asked for the question, so I need to return this score. Yeah, so here I updated the score, but here I didn't hit the food, so I don't need to update the score. Now let me check it. As you can see, it passed. Now let me submit it to check if it can pass all the testing cases. Yeah, as you can see, it passed all the testing cases. Yeah, because this is a design problem. Actually, it takes time. We should check a lot of conditions. And also, this is a snake game problem. It is very popular, but we should also check some conditions like the collision, like hit the food or not hit the food. Yeah, so it is quite long, but you should practice. For me, I think you should practice because it is interesting. It appeared a lot in interviews. Yeah. Thank you for watching. If you think this is helpful, please like and subscribe.